Good evening, brothers and sisters. Welcome. So, we've said again, good evening, brothers and sisters. Welcome to my channel, The Underrated Darkness. Support and like. Also, let's the past live streams and videos that I did in the past. Let's get them likes up and the views up. That'd be very much appreciated. Share this live stream. Also share the ones in the past too, but definitely share this one. Um, Sorry, fam, I'm just reading something from the phone. Okay, I'll deal with that later. If you want to know more about me, just have a Facebook page. Yours truly, Jerry Thomas. Facebook group, all in caps. JT MVP, thinking for ourselves. All in caps. Also in caps. Also in caps. My Twitter account at JT Blackman 44, lower caps. Same name as the YouTube name, Underrated Darkness, but it's in lower caps. Um, I'll be having Underrated Sports Show on this channel every Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Be my brother and co-host She Stay Sleep. Check us out. We be talking a lot of great sports. So support that, pass that out, tell people about it, and also share it to different parts of the media, social media. Also, I'll be doing a special live stream, God's willing, November, midterms elections of our perspective. I want y'all to check us at sometime in November. Also, every Sunday, I'll be preparing a meal, and it's all about fellowship. So we're going to eat and talk at the darkness table, real issues. Sometimes we joke around, sometimes be serious, but it's all about solutions. Also, I'm part of a business venture with my brother Ernest Jones. The name of the company, andsortoys.com, andsortoys.com, all in one. We throughout social media. Check it out. Wherever you purchase, use my code that I created, MVP. You get 10% off. And also, he's in the hospital, but he's doing well. So says keep on your prayers up for my brother Ernest Jones. Let me read the chat out before I continue. Welcome Chief Disaster. Welcome back JMJ 2121. Clarence Ray. Thanks for coming. Support his channel. All right. There's no more SUB no more. We're gonna use support. Support the brother and Clarence Ray, support the other channel back. All right. Roddy Chicker, 59. Thanks for coming. Poetic Cows. I might go need you on the chat. I mean on panel a little later on, so watch out for it. And Ballet My Room, might you too. I appreciate that. Clarence Ray. Um, hold on, fam. Let me get this situated. You see the title. When black woman is going to step up against other black women, violate our little boys and young men. And it also goes for some black women. This been bothering me for a long time. And it seems that when I bring it up, or even other brothers bring it up, it's always about the young little girls and young girls. Now, I'm not saying young women, and I'm not saying nothing wrong with that, but tonight we're gonna concentrate the young boys and the young men in our community. And I'm gonna handpick people be on the panel tonight. Um, Let me see any of my doom shotters. Who's your doom shotters? That's my mods. That's the mods in the chat. You go saying nothing. But gotta talk about this. Like I said, it's gonna be like-minded brothers and sisters. Okay. Oh yeah, support um the sister of Four Black Righteous Folks Home. She did a powerful live stream earlier. Check that out. And Poetic Cows, watch out for your link. But it's going to be some rules tonight. Blackhead TV, what's good? The real Aaron Collins, thanks for coming. And I'm going in tonight. And any sister that y'all feel cannot take this conversation that I'm going to be saying and other people's in the panel, and even brothers, y'all can leave. But I feel in our community, we have put this off for a very long time. We've been putting this off for a very long time. And especially brothers has not really stepped up. No, I ain't gonna say brother. Let me explain to you. I said brothers has not really stepped up and understand what other brothers has been violated by women. They make fun of them and stuff like that. This guy stop. Black women, when we say we need you, and the ones you know you're doing it, that do whatever you can. Not talking about you, but I'm going in tonight. They have women in the past, black women and any nationality women has violated our young boys and young men. Every time that we bring it up, it's always a change in conversation. It's always a gender power struggle. Power struggle. Hell no, not tonight. No more. And brothers, if you know that you have been violated by women in the past, reach out to others and talk it out like-minded people. Ain't gonna be no change and no discussion tonight. Ain't gonna be like, brothers, I don't even want to hear. And you say, well, brothers, you gotta understand, no, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear that talk. Brothers, if you talk about protecting other younger brothers, you gotta listen to them. Because it's not just men. We ain't gonna talk about men. Because men violate, but we ain't talking about men tonight. We talking about women tonight. Because there is a growing epidemic for a very, very long time that why sometimes a black man do not have a powerful relationship in our community. Because we actually have women vultures. Sad thing about it in our community. We know it's happened in other communities, yeah. And I will talk on it. But I would say this, black woman, and I mean this for the bottom of my goddamn heart. Don't preach about that you want certain men to protect you, but at the same time, you're dogging us out. TJ Walker, LDBC, how you doing? Peace to you, information, man. Going in tonight. And women, black women especially, I urge y'all, if you want to get on the panel for encouragement. Yeah, I got the information, man. What's up to you? If you want encouragement, we want to hear encouragement tonight. If you're going to bash up, I'm personally going to tell you to leave. Because I know throughout social media, especially YouTube, there's quite a few channels have been bashing black men. And some of these black women do not want to be a whole combo of the bullshit and ratchetness what they do. And you know what happened? What they do? They pass it to our young boys and even men. And sometimes they lie to them, oh, the father do not want to be involved with you, and that be a lying. Tonight is all about solutions. I don't want to hear underrated, you so emotional. Why you go after us? Cut the shit out. Cut the shit out. Not dealing with it. There's a lot of brothers have been hurt, and they end up getting sick. Sometimes they dying of stress. Sometimes they committed suicide. Sometimes they feel less value. Oh no, we're gonna talk about this tonight. So that's why I'm handpicking my panel tonight. Not gonna talk about. I don't even want to hear. If you hurt that woman, maybe you did something. I don't even want to hear that shit tonight. Oh yeah, information, man. Oh, I forgot to let you know because you haven't been for a while. The mods are called doom shotters. So information, man. If anybody who's come in the mod. If you see anybody that say any derogatory thing about a black man or black woman that is trying to help us out, get them out. Get them out. But make sure They know what they talking about. Tonight, I'm going to give them a warning. But the trolls, we not giving them no warnings. No troll zone in this piece tonight. Never. I mean, ever. I'm sorry. So I'm putting y'all on notice, Black woman. And the ones that y'all know those ones cool with. Y'all know who we are. But any of them, the rest of them, if you're not willing to let us know that you're going to make sure to find solutions, if you're gonna disrespect on the doubt, get them out. And goes for brothers too. If brothers, you want to play that simple whole pussy ass shit, you don't want to stand up for yourselves, get them out. Thank you. Appreciate that. You know what? The truth, nearby rider, I'm gonna do something nice for you, brother. I'm gonna do something real nice. I got you as a moderator. Boom. You part of the doom shotters. I don't call people wrenches and all that. You part of the doom shotters family. And like I said, I'm gonna put it down for you, the truth. If any black woman or any woman that gonna throw subliminal shots at a black man, and you got brothers right here that co-sign him, get them out. Black Hand TV, what's up? No, ain't no rich mob. Doom shotters. These are my doom shotters. This is the darkness family. This is VIP, baby. Get them out. Get back what I'm saying. Thank you. Highly favored. Thanks for coming. Very much appreciated. Not playing. And the women that is like-minded, I am looking for y'all to take the lead tonight. Because tonight, the black man needs healing. We need healing, sisters. Cool world. Cool Nicole world. Thanks for coming. Miss Vina, thanks for coming. Welcome. Doom shots. TJ Wilkins. I'm waiting for some more people to come in. I'm waiting. I'm going to hook up my platform. I'm hook up my the panel in a few minutes, but okay, for black, right? Okay, I understand, Queen. I understand. Chosen Queen, thanks for coming. Chosen Queen, I want you to read the title. I want you to read what I put. Read the topic. Very important. It's all about women leadership tonight. Like my brother, she stays sleeps, always said, we gotta heal before we build. And my hashtag, positive is inner self-worth. Hashtag, look at description. Yeah, support each other in the chat. Very much appreciated. Support the one and only, the underrated darkness, the underrated one, the grinder, the realist. And can't. So sisters, it's all about encouragement tonight. Easy recipe. Welcome. We be seeing women teachers has violated our young boys and our young men, and even some sisters that they call themselves queens in our community has been happening, and the justice has not been served. We have been a did a lousy job. She stay asleep. Stay right there. I'm gonna get you on. Welcome. Like I put like she stay asleep. Always said, we gotta heal before we build. One of my hashtags. Positive is inner self-worth. Oh, Clarence Ray, you cannot say subscribe. No, you cannot say that, brother. I gotta erase that. Said instead of sub, said I support you, Queen. All right. So I gotta erase that, brother. I gotta remove said support because when you said that they start taking they start taking your certain people that support your channel, brother. So from now on, we say support, and after that, I got you. No more support. So all right, Clarence. So from now on, gotta take you up because I don't want, I don't want that part. All right. So support, and after you support, when that person come back and send it, I got you. Yeah, exactly. Support. I know some women be saying, no, Clarence Ray, you cannot say subscribe. I support you. Not subscribe, my brother. Says support. Says subscribe. I gotta take that off again. Says support. Not subscribe. Don't say the S word. Says support. But get back what I'm saying. That us as men, we need encouragement tonight. And from now on. And part of the brotherhood, we gotta have this conversation. And black women, do you know any black woman that heard us often? You got to talk up. It's all right, Clarence. It's going to take time. It's just as for me. Don't worry about it. You good. But it's got to be it's got to be more our women's talk up. So I'm gonna start invite people to the panel, and I'm gonna handpick. And Anybody else that wants to join? Now, Belle, if my queen, if you want to join, you have to let me know so I can get you on. Cause I would like for you to come. And also, Poetic Kells, if you want to join the panel, let me. If you want to join the panel, let me know. I don't have no problem to get you on. Loso, what's up? I'm glad my brother Loso, my G, got home safe, and I'm glad you here in the peace. Um. Okay. Okay. I get. All right, Party Kells. Watch out for the link then. Watch out for the link. Any queen that want to join, this is your time tonight. All right. Want encouragement tonight. All right, Queen Party Cows. I send you the link. Watch out for it. Malik, yeah, smash the like button. Come on, let's get them lights up. Come on, let's get them lights up. Thank you very much. Yeah, I got. Yeah, I got it. I got it, Porter, because that's why I sent it. Let me say it again, because you might ain't got it. So, Bell, I'm gonna send you the link if you want to come on. So watch out for it too. Okay, Bell. I seen the link. All right, she stay asleep. I'm sending yours right now. Yeah, Bell. My room. Watch out for your link. All right. We're gonna talk about how these older women play with these young boy heads and how to make us make an effect of the mentally, emotionally, even physically. We're gonna talk about that too. It's time. It's time. Where the cows? Watch out for the link. I want to thank y'all for coming. Very much appreciate it. Take out your busy time. Okay, bell box and Porticals, watch out for your email. I had sent it out. If y'all don't have it, let me know. I'm glad send it out again. Let me know I got y'all. Smash the like button. Good evening, she stay sleep.
Peace, my brother.
Thanks for coming. You see the top, see the title.
Yeah. Great
And
top.
yeah, so okay, no problem, Porticals shit. Give us a sec. Okay. Pretty Apple. Thanks for coming. Appreciate that. Any sisters, queens that want to join, drop your email in the chat so I can copy it down so I can get you on. Right? So brother, what do you think as a man? Okay, chosen queen, you gotta put your email in the chat so I can copy it down so I can get you on. I want like-minded people that gonna encourage us. You're gonna encourage us as black men tonight. Ain't gonna be no bashing tonight. Cause if I see if you're bashing, my doom shot is I'm talking about the mods. any black woman that they're not all about solutions, and even brothers want to be in alignment, throw them out. Go ahead, she stay sleep.
You ain't finished the question, bro. What was your question?
About the topic that I did tonight, that I create tonight.
I think it's a good topic, and it needs to be talked about. I think one of the main problems, with us as a people is we don't want to sit down and have the talks that we need to have. We want to sit around and entertain each other all the time. Life is not about all. It's not all about entertainment. We gotta have these heart to hearts that you know um families used to have back in the day, and I feel
Mm-hmm.
like that's been missing. And that's why my motto for my channel is we gotta heal before we build. And part of it is we gotta talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
See, people don't people like to say, oh, that's just talk, that's just talk. No, the first step in any intervention is talking about the problem. So if y'all speak about what's going on and be honest, then we can get somewhere. But if we don't do that, man, we gonna stay stuck in the same predicament, and we could keep blaming everybody else all we want, but it's up to us to do the things that we are afraid to do. And a lot of us are afraid to sit down with people who've hurt us and speak about things, man.
Mm-hmm.
We're afraid of that, and that's why things are not being solved. And that's why the same traumas and things that happen to one generation is continuing to happen to the next because the people in that generation never sat down and spoke about it. So then it happens to a child, then it happens to another child, then it happens to another child. And that's how you create dysfunctional adults.
Mm-hmm.
This is why as black people we so dysfunctional because we don't sit down and have the correct conversation. We sit around and want to debate, and always want to be right about some bullshit. But when it's time to really have those real heart to hearts, we run from it. And I feel like that's a big problem. That's a very big problem between us. And this is why, we're in the state that we in. And I'm talking about between us.
Mm-hmm.
We already know that, there's a system that also, you know, backs our dysfunction and makes money off of our dysfunction. But if we trying to, combat the system, my thing is first we got to get out each other's way,
Mm-hmm.
and the way we do that, man, is we got to sit down and have these conversations we not willing to have. We got to cry. We got to do all that stuff, man.
Mm-hmm.
We got to stop running from that shit. A lot of people be, oh, I cried so much, I don't want to cry anymore. And man, our people cried for years in slavery. So
Mm-hmm.
there's certain things we got to do, man.
Yeah.
And if we not willing to do it, we can't keep crying about why we in the state that we in,
Mm-hmm.
why we can't get along, why we always arguing.
Mm-hmm.
Because we got to heal, man. We got to heal from certain traumas. And a lot of people, they run around on YouTube and they do shit to other people because of their own issues, you know, that they haven't, reconciled within themselves. So they go around and they project it on other people. But we won't understand that until we understand that we need to heal from certain things. So
Uh-huh.
that's my thoughts.
Okay. Excellent points. I said for me, it's like at the end of the day, I'm a human being, and I want to be respected as a human being. And That's me. Respect my blackness. Respect my existence. Stop using me as the damn sperm donor. Oh, I'm just here. Nah, because I ain't that. Chosen Queen, I seen you the link out. Watch out for it. And I say it again. If any black woman and any black man that y'all gonna be in alignment to throw men's under the bus tonight, my doom shotters, get them out. Get them out. All about solutions. And I know it's gonna be some black man. Why you do that? And that? We are hurting. And I understand at times that it's not our fault. And that's when the sisters, y'all gotta come in and own up for what you did. If you know other black woman or any woman or other nationality had disrespect to black man, you gotta take the leadership role of that moment and talk up and do something about it. Stop hiding from the oppressed state of these policies that have been hurting us for a long time. Stop saying I'm wounded and I'm hurt and I'm scorned, but you still want to hurt the black man. You trying to take his will. You trying to do whatever you can. You know, and I will talk about this little about it tomorrow, but you know that you are actually adopting these oppressed narrative, the narrative thinking, the mindset, and what they have put on the books, the policies, the psychological part about it. And even goes for brothers too, that is in alignment with that. For a long time, we have been taken for granted. For a long time, we've been listening, but there's nothing that happened. Every time we trying to talk or see that we heard you've been violated, it's always changed to another subject. No more. And I had to blame some brothers too, because some of us letting it happen. I never let it happen like that. No. Black woman, if you wanna, they said be there for the black man, and no matter what, you gotta put your grown-up panties up. Black man, if you want to try to do whatever you can to help us as black men, and stop this ratchetness for some of these women in our community, you gotta put up your grown man drawers up. If you're not willing to be grown up about it, stay the hell out the way and let the rest of us do it. Miss Coleman, thanks for coming. Yeah, Bell, remember we said we must be taught to respect, to love each other. Yeah, but tonight us as men, we gotta be encouraged tonight. I get what you're saying, but we got to be encouraged tonight. I want to be encouraged. She, Stacy, want to be encouraged, but I ain't talking about them simple hope brothers. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the light-minded. That's what I'm talking about. Trying to get the sisters on. Chosen Queen. Keep on looking out for it. Look out for it, Chosen Queen. Also, we gonna like I said, we're gonna jump in, and our young boys have been violating these older women. Older women be 35 and 40, want to deal with 15, 16-year olds. Poetic Kells, I see the link again. Watch out for it. And there's something wrong with that picture. I already sent it. I just sent it, Poetic Kells. I just sent it, Queen. We have to talk about issues like that. We got to talk about young brothers become players. It's not they become players because they messed up. Part of it, some of it, sometimes it's not being talked about. But we're gonna talk. We're gonna jump into that because sometimes these older women have scorned them. Oh, they messed up. Part of it, some of it, sometimes it's not. So what? How you feel tonight, Poetic House?
Hi, underrated darkness. I'm feeling good. Hi, sheep, stay sleep. Stay. Wait a minute. Did I say that right?
You stay
Yeah.
asleep.
Oh, sorry. Hi, sheep, stay sleep. How you guys doing tonight?
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine. Thanks for having me on the panel again. This is a very interesting topic.
Yeah, to you it's interesting, but it's academic.
Mm-hmm.
But
Of course.
but I invite you because at times I can say at times I know your spirit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And tonight, you know, I'm gonna invite some brothers on. We need your leadership. We need your women.
Okay.
We need you to stop this other righteousness for these other women in our community and other nationalities have been hurting us, have been raped us.
Right.
And it's gotta be more poetic. Kel's gotta step up. It cannot be no more back in the room conversation.
Right. Remember what I said last time? Time to lead by example.
Yes, gotta lead by
Yeah.
example, sisters.
I think I think what it is my brother is really trying to express is um we need if our women need us, y'all need to understand how much we need y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And what we need from y'all is we need y'all to understand our plight and just understand that you not in the fight alone. The same things that y'all dealt with, we deal with too. You know, we deal with molestation too.
Right. Of
You know,
course.
we deal with um pedophilia. We deal with rape. We deal with that stuff too. And a lot of times, you know, it gets caught up in the narrative like, oh, men don't go through what we go through. Oh, y'all don't know what we go through. And it's about time that we stop hearing that because at the end of the day, black men and black women got the same plight because we black. Before we a man or a woman, we are black in this society. So we suffer from the same things. And what we need our women to do, just like y'all ask us, is we need y'all to start to weed out the bad women and to speak up against the bad women who are affecting our community, just like the black men who are doing it. Because
Right.
my stance is this: I feel like women should correct women behavior and men should correct men behavior. This is why I push for brotherhood and sisterhood, and the women need to check the sisters. Don't be afraid to tell your homegirl, you doing some foul shit. But it's too normal where we don't see that from women. We don't see that. But we are constantly being asked as men, oh, y'all need to speak up for this and y'all need to talk about this and y'all need to talk about that. But the women are not doing it. The women are not self-correcting. And that's what we need from y'all. We need for y'all to get on the same stuff that y'all ask from us.
That you're right about that. And a lot of times maybe it's because the women are waiting for the men to correct it.
But I would say that, Cows, of all due respect, when you have a woman, now I'm talking about the black woman is the earth of the world. Do you agree with that?
I agree with that.
Okay. When the first teacher had violate you, I'm talking about as a man, or you
Hmm.
go to a little boy, and she don't give a damn about you, but you come from her womb now, and she throw you away for years, time after time, time after time to time. Now she's supposed to be the first teacher, right?
Right.
But when you don't get that certification, that love, and say, I'm sorry I hurt you. I'm gonna do whatever I can to protect you. When your boy become a man, a young man, when it's not being checked, like She Stay Sleep was saying, when it's not being checked, and also when it's not being checked by men, and bad enough this oppressed system, we always talking about is highly sexual, but as men, understand, I get as men, but we ain't gonna talk about men and that. But when it comes to women, it's like it's like they sweep you sweep dirt underneath the rug because you don't want to see it. What do you think that man? What do you think that boy and that young man becomes a grown man? See, it's so easy to say, "Oh, he don't like black women because I'm strong. I'm this and that." No, 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 no. Most of the time, it's not like that. Because one way or the other, and I'm talking about you talking about one way or the other, is women in his family had molested him, had disrespect him, and then also he said that's all he know. But he said, "Oh, he's a boy. He could take that." Not knowing that you destroying his mind, you destroying his mental, you destroy his emotion, you are destroying of his intact for the world that he's supposed to have for our people. Talking about the cultural part, but some of the women want to call him bastard child or bastard man. And you wonder why some of our brothers have become players. Doesn't make it right, nor doesn't make it right. And why some of these older women, they want to stay in the corner and act like ain't nothing happened. Fuck the media. The media don't give a damn about us as black men anyway. Never did. All I'm saying is this. We are human beings. And it's got to be more women to step up. It cannot be just the same few brothers anymore. I'm tired. And I have the right to be tired.
Of course.
Not taking out on you, sis, because I'm glad you're up here because you give us that inspiration. Me and She Stay Sleep, and even others in the chat, but also people here outside. And so we are committed. You hear what I'm saying? Or we just saying commit to us. Like She Stay Sleep say, if you see some bullshit, you got to call it out, even if it's not unpopular. You know what I'm saying? If you want our family to be together again, this is part you got to call them out. And but see, women they scared to lose their girlfriends. They still to lose whatever they have like that. No, they want to play it safe. No, you're not gonna play it safe on me or anybody. We tired. So what do you think about
I mean,
that? I mean, Queen.
I agree. I can understand why you're tired. And it is time for women to step up and speak against women who violate our young men. You know, they grow up, you know, they never been told anything. They never, they never had any reasoning of why, or like you said, they never received an apology. It's just been swept under the rug. So, when he gets, my age or older or whatever that may be, he's feeling some type of way. He has no love for, black women. I mean, I hear that all the time. It's so much of, you know, black men bashing black women bashing black men for whatever the situation is. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to try to hit below the belt. Everybody wants to get the last word. Everybody wants to be funny. But at the end of the day, this is a situation that cannot be ignored and it should be taken very seriously. And I think it is time for a woman to stand up and speak against this.
right. And I just wanted to say this, to the women who's looking for men to fix it. What is it that y'all looking for us to fix when it comes to y'all? Like I don't see what I don't understand is that you want us to fix ourselves and to fix you. We can't fix your problems. You have to fix your own problems because the problem is yours. You have to accept responsibility and accountability and fix your own problems.
Right.
And
That yes, you're right about that. That goes on. That goes both ways.
exactly. And see the way and see this is a start to problem solving. Is for us as men and women to come together and talk about it. And
Exactly. And stop bashing each other, trying to get the
right,
last word right.
because see, I'm gonna tell you, see what JT was talking about how these young men was done wrong when they was little boys and stuff like that. This is why you have groups like MGTOW. Why do you think you have these MGTOW dudes running around? Because those are angry little boys. These are men who were never able to grow up into certain types of men because of the trauma they had from being a boy. They were never apologized to. They never had a chance to speak to nobody because how men are raised up. We're raised to be strong. Don't let nobody see you cry. Don't show no emotion. Don't show no fear. And this is why you have grown men on the internet lashing out at black women,
Right.
cursing black women out. This is why you have books like Men Cry in the Dark, because crying is a sign of weakness. And this is what we were taught by our mothers. Our mothers taught us this. What you crying for, boy? You a boy. Man up. This is how a lot of us boys were raised by our mothers. This is why you have emotionalist men. You wonder why men can't connect with their children? You wonder why men can't connect with their women? That's why. Because they never had a chance in their life to feel. Because we were told that feeling is a female thing. You know, we were told that men were just here to provide. It's all about what you could give when you a man. And you know what a lot of these men are saying now? I'm not giving shit no more because I'm always last on the list. I'm always the one feeling left out. I'm always the one not feeling fulfilled. And this is why you have men going their own way. This is why you having a lot of men thinking in their minds that it's better to act like a woman and to be a woman because of the things women are awarded in society that men aren't. This is why you have a lot of men turning to homosexuality and wanting to be women, cross-dressing, and all of that.
Right, because they think the women have it easier.
No, not that the women have it easier. No, women are awarded certain things that they aren't, meaning appreciation. It's not always an easy ride like, oh, well, they have better jobs. And no, not that. We talking about real things like being able to cry and not being called a crybaby, like being appreciated and feeling appreciated, like actually receiving a gift. Do you know there's plenty of men out here that never received a birthday gift from a woman?
I could
There's
vouch for that.
there's
Yeah.
a lot of men out here who are emotionally unstable because how they were raised by women. And women don't want to have this conversation. Do you wondering why men run around having sex, giving birth to all these kids and not raising them? Just going and making more, going and making more. Because they
Right.
wasn't taught how to feel or care about nothing. And if the woman is the caretaker and the nurturer, because that's a feminine trait, that is a problem and something that was missing in that man's life from his mother or from the women in his life. And women need to take responsibility for that and start changing that with the next generation. And a lot of women are doing that. This is why you see now a lot of little boys are more coddled. These new generation of boys, they're coddled more. You know why? Because they know the generation before that wasn't. This is why when a mother becomes a grandmother, she treats the grandchild better than she treated her own goddamn child.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Oh,
why?
that's true.
Because she's making up for the things that she was inadequate in. So being emotional, letting them cry, not calling them a punk and a sissy, not trashing him in front of his father and all that type of stuff. Why you think the grandmothers, oh, don't do that. Oh, don't do that. Oh, you saying that about my son, but you used to do it to me with my father. See that? So I feel like some it's coming to life a little bit, but I feel like women need to advocate for this. You know, the Me Too movement, they want to advocate for all the wrong shit. These feminist movements, they advocating for all the wrong shit. They're actually anti-family. They're not talking about how to restore the family. They're not teaching that in these feminist groups. That's a problem, and women need to speak up about it. If you want your family, if you want a family man, you must be a family woman. And it's not just about finances. Finances is the least part of it, because you could have plenty. Look how many dysfunctional families got money. Look how many women that make a whole lot of money but can't keep a relationship. That speaks to dysfunction. It's the same thing with men. There's plenty of black men out here that make $100,000 a year and can't keep a woman. That's dysfunction. And that's because they haven't healed from certain things that happen in their life. Money is just a band-aid, man, that black people are using to hide their dysfunctions. And that shit need to stop. This is why these young boys is running around doing shit and going to jail when they ain't even have to do it. Your mother buy you $300 Jordans every week. Why you out here robbing people? Why? Why you robbing people for the same stuff your mama buy you?
Right.
Because he's missing something else.
What exactly do you think he's missing if he's getting everything he's supposed to
He's
get from?
he's missing he's missing love, and he's missing care, nurturing.
So what would you say about somebody who does get all that and they still act out?
I don't then it could be something else. It could be a specific incident that happened in his life, and it went unsolved.
Mm-hmm.
So a past. Okay, I get what you're saying.
You know?
Right.
And
Yeah.
we have to talk about this, because I think this is the underlying problem why, and this is just my opinion, why we don't have a black community, why black businesses can't thrive between black people, because there's an underlying problem we won't talk about. And that's the fact that we're dysfunctional due to the lack of healing, due to the lack of us sitting down and talking and saying, all right, I'm going to take accountability for that. I'm sorry that happened to you. Things like that is what I think is really plaguing our community. Because we can have all the black businesses we want, but why we don't shop with black people? Because we going to find a reason to say something negative.
Mhm.
Why is the self-hate so high in our community? Because individually we hate ourselves. Individually something is wrong with us. So we look at the next black person like, shit, if something wrong with me, something got to be wrong with you.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's just how the mind work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And go more to the point too, of any woman that still don't get it, and I know you get it. Watch the movie 2002, Antoine Fisher. I want you to watch it. I want you to watch. I'm gonna tell some of it, and then my sister, my queen, I'm gonna plug you in. It was this young man, Antoine Fisher. His father died, his mother abandoned him, and he's with some foster parents, all women, and they would molested him for years and years. And then they left him in the street when he was early teens, and he was getting all type of trouble. And so when he went to the Navy, matter of fact, he see his best friend got his head got shot in the head. So that was fucking with him. He had, like, matter of fact, he was having nightmares about that for years. And he went to the Navy, but he was still unstable till he meet this person that helped him. And he said, I gotta look for my family. He met a nice young lady because he didn't trust a woman. So he couldn't like have sex with her until, he got comfortable when she was right there with him every step of help to find his family. And when he finally found his family, he went to his mother. Damn. And she turned his head away from him and cried. By the look in his face, like, why you turned from me? Why you left me? And she couldn't say that. Now I know some women say, you have to understand, and this and that. No, I'm not trying to hear that bullshit. No. That narrative, some of your black women playing, ain't happening around the darkness. No. But he had to understand that he has to move on. And by his girlfriend, and that doctor had helped him in the Navy, he gained all his family, and then he got calling. I forgot that part. He started to call. And then he finally got in touch with his late father aunt. Late father's sister that made his aunt. And she created all that for him so he could have the sense of family. And you see the grandmother, she would touch it. I think that the late father, mother, and she touched him. And what I get from it is, I'm sorry. And then she said, let's eat. And you see that all that happening, he got killed because he took upon himself and said, I'm not going to let no other woman hurt me ever again. There's a lot of Antoine Fishers is out there. But the sad thing about it, a lot of them has died in spirit and literally 6 feet underground. Because you know why? Because once upon a time, I was Antoine Fisher. But what helped me is my spirituality, belief in God, and also for my love for our people. And I understand the system, and I understand how they play the gender against each other. So I understood that, but I've been through it. And I understand what my parents were saying. I understand the women in my life of both sides, of my late father's side, even one mother's side of the family, that stand up and be a man, stand up being a person. A lot of our young boys and kids, they didn't have that because they had been passed around like cold cuts and getting used up. And they get lied on their brother, they get lied on their father, they aunt. Oh, yeah, they touched them. Come to find out 24, 25 years later, they have not been touched. Because this happened to one of my friends. See, these are the stories has been happening for years, time after time after time after time. It's like a revolving door. But for me, if I'm gonna be the one, if I'm gonna be talking about the truth, and I'm talking about the illness of our people, if I'm gonna talk about the brothers, we need to get ourselves together. I had to be one of the few that y'all sisters, y'all need to get together. Y'all gotta put a stop to this. You gotta put a stop to this. Because if you don't, you're gonna find a lot of bastard men that are hurt, and they're gonna cause friction on the sisters, on the queens, and I'm not saying that makes it right because it ain't. You got to own up to it. And even like some of y'all, you're still with us as brothers. The ones who, like Chief Stacy said about 30 minutes ago, y'all got to step up. Gotta step up. Because you know why? Because as a godfather, I see it. I had godchildren right now. It's not knocking black women. No, it's not knocking black women. No, it ain't. I don't get no love. Why mommy don't love me?
But yeah, you have said that, some black women have started stepping up.
That's just some. That's just some, but it's still not enough. I mean, don't get me wrong. I appreciate that. But again, and I urge sisters to think about this too. And sister, I didn't forget about you because I want you to jump into this too. Of all due respect, Prayer Kels, we hear that too all the time. There are some sisters stepping up. But it's gotta be a lot more sisters stepping up. Y'all gotta stop the ratchetness. Because we losing good brothers from being married.
So you're saying that brothers, we're the ratchetness is destructing the brothers.
That's part of it. That's part because I give you a case in point. You got some single mothers that wonderful job, not knocking it, wonderful job. And she has certain hate from her father. Watch how she treat the young black woman, young black girl, her daughter, than her son. There is a major difference. Because you know why? Because I seen it in my family. I seen it myself. It ain't had nothing to do just knocking black women. No, I'm not saying again. We're gonna stick to the issue tonight. Ain't gonna be no switching conversation tonight. I seen it myself. And it's keep reoccurring. I'm 52 years old. I was seeing this when I was a little boy. They're like, why? He didn't do nothing because she hates his father. Now there's people say you supposed to, how you can't separate stuff like that. Okay, two you brought this child in the world, but a child wouldn't know that you don't love him. And that's the steamroll is really happening. That some women refuse to see that. My sister, for Black Righteous, thanks for coming, my sister, my queen. Welcome. Your input, please. Hello? Oh, go ahead, pour it, till she come back.
She's on the line.
Yeah, but I keep her. Hello, sister. Hello?
She's on mute. I don't know.
Oh, you gotta mute yourself. You gotta unmute yourself. Well, you go ahead, pour it, till she comes.
Okay, I was just thinking that, I understand, the ratchetness amongst women, but a lot of them may not have had no direction, or maybe they haven't had a real man check them. That's probably why they're so ratchet. So now you want us
Hello?
good women to come and clean that mess up.
Hi,
Okay.
can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry about that.
No problem.
As I was trying to say, I was one of those abandoned kids. And I'm gonna not stay on myself too long, but just check out, and learn about what I went through and how I got through, because I had to develop self-love to get over a lot of stuff, and I have a lot of insight on that. But I wanted to read a poem just to kind of give you guys encouragement, so that that might help you a little bit with understanding how things go, as far as going through rough times to
Oh, I didn't
heal.
know we was reading poems because I could have read a poem.
Okay, well, this is a short poem. It's called
Okay.
Scars.
Oh, you can read a poem too, no problem.
Okay,
It's cool. I didn't know it was we was
I
reading
didn't know
poems.
either. I didn't know either. So, but if you want to read a
okay.
poem too, you can, no problem.
All right, it's entitled Scars. Scars reflect a lesson of anyone's past. It symbolizes pain, suffering, yet survival at last. Today embarks a newfound love. Refusal to be abused makes me strong. Tomorrow is the stepping stone towards a wondrous door, small steps towards wondrous worlds unexplored. I will survive because the Lord set me free from the raft of hatred which insisted on engulfing me. By His grace, I will move forward and grow. From His love, I will appreciate life even more. Scars sometimes can be a good catalyst. It teaches us mistakes we will never forget. It reminds us where we ought not go, and it forges God's love onto someone's soul. So that's what I wanted to share.
Okay.
So, anyways, as far as what I could bring to light about this is, we all have a lot of things we are going through, obviously. And, I've been fixated on my own issue to not really consider other people's plight, but this has kind of honed it in to me, as far as understanding that men are definitely suffering too. It's just that they don't really express it or let it be known, because a lot of men have been trying to hide behind personas and images that are not really real. So you don't really get the sense of what's going on with them, because they have a lot of, you know, barriers of personas. So, but what I would say is, like, whatever someone has suffered, you do have to take time out and get to know who you are and figure out what happened, and be honest about what occurred, and try to get the types of help that is needed to deal with anxiety and depression and anger. um like maybe exercise, maybe have a special relative that you can talk it out, even if they don't have good information to help you through it. At least venting, using them as a sounding board, has helped me in the past with my great uncle before he passed, as a tool. And then, I got into music and poetry, which helped me to express myself, to release these feelings, to help assist. And, then when I became celibate and just focused on my health and me, myself, and I had nowhere to run but to pay attention to every little thing about me, which helped me figure things out better, because the world keeps spinning and many people are trying to always involve you in their stuff. And you got to stop the spinning going on. And that's why you have to kind of sometimes exit from the world and leave a lot of people and negative people behind, so that you can figure out how to, um, work through these things. And I did it. It wasn't easy. I was alone, but I have figured out how to love myself now. And I have a better understanding of spirituality than I never knew before. Religion, I can never go back to after this experience, because, I found God through the struggles of figuring out what was wrong with me and how to fix myself. So I'm still recovering, but I just want to encourage you guys to know that it does take time, but just, know that there is a turn in this, but you have to cut out the racketness, the loud noises of people that are just clowning around, and people that are not taking your life serious, and kind of get rid of those people. Or at least, if you can't get rid of them, at least or downsize the time that you spend with them, so that you can really focus on yourself.
Okay, I get that. Poetic Kells, if you want to read a poem, feel free. You are welcome to, because we need encouragement. But at the same time, I got to say this, sister, when it comes to a black woman, and I want y'all to understand this loud and clear, of all due respect, and I appreciate this. When it comes to a black woman, or whatever black man is, what we do is the subject, or I mean, the conversation stays the same. But it seems like when it comes to us as black men, when we trying to express ourselves, the conversation always changed.
I mean, it's okay. I want a man to express himself.
Understand that, but understand the Kells, what I'm saying. It's just one you Kells. Where other Kells and black righteous, where a lot of where some of them have stepped up. I'm tired. The conversation always changing. I'm tired.
But bro, you gotta.
Because a lot of times, how the ratchetness come into place, a lot of times they probably ain't had no guidance. You know what I'm saying? That comes from their background. So they're not going to step up the way you want them to step up. I mean, they can try.
Okay. You
But
say
me, on
okay.
the other hand, since I've been through a few things and stuff like that, and I've always stepped up for my brothers, always. Even if I got let down or if it was a bad experience or a good experience, I've always stepped up for my brothers.
I understand
I
that.
never downplayed my brothers.
I understand that,
And
but
I never
Can y'all
thought
hear
that
me?
it was weak for a man to cry. I never thought that. I always thought that crying soothes the soul. So when I see a man cry, I feel like he's soothing his soul, and he need that.
okay.
Can I say something real quick? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. She stay asleep.
I think what we can't lose track of, man, is the fact that it's very rare that you meet people that's willing to step up and stand on certain things in their life, man. It's a difficult process. So we can't forget that either, bro. It's we want a lot of women to step up and do certain things, but we have to understand, just like with men, it's a fear thing. See, that's the reason why a lot of people don't make the first step toward healing is because they're afraid to face themselves,
Mhm.
because they're embarrassed of who they are and what they've done. So a lot of people for years, they constantly run away from themselves. And that's why you don't see a lot of women saying, yo, we did this and we did that, because they're afraid. They're afraid. Why do you think a lot of people drink? That's to drown in their sorrows, because they don't want to think about the things that they've done and think about the people they have hurt. It's a we got to remember, bro, healing is a difficult process. And
I,
some people are not as headstrong as other people. So we could say we want more women to step up and do this, but we also have to understand that there's going to be a select few. And the women that are selected is the women that's going to have the hard task to pull these ratchet women in. That's going to be the task that they have to take on, which is going to be difficult for them,
I understand.
because it's going to be a lot of women that's going to say it's not their fault. They never did anything wrong. They're not going to hold themselves accountable, and some people will live their life and never will. So I'm just saying, bro, we can't we can't forget that. We can't leave that point void, because that's why us as a community haven't created a community, because a lot of us, do you see this panel? Look at the panel. The panel should be filled up, but it's not. You know why? Not just because you picked people, but how many people in the chat asked to get on? They
Yep.
don't, they're afraid of this conversation. Certain see, these types of conversations, it's taboo in the black community.
Mm-hmm.
It's taboo. And you know why? Because these are the conversations where you're going to start to see people for who they really are.
Mm-hmm.
And people don't like to expose themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Like the sister said, this is why a lot of men have a lot of different personas, which is basically a better word to say that niggas be fronting at the end of the day. They
I get.
they hide behind the $800 belts. They hide
Mhm.
behind the Mercedes Benz. They hide behind the jury. But when you really talk to these dudes is dysfunctional, man. So we got to remember that, bro. It's fear. Fear is that's the once we get over the fear part. See, us on this panel, bro, we're not afraid. That's why we're talking, because we're not afraid. Other people are, bro. They're afraid, bro. They're afraid to get up here and to say certain things, or not even get up here. They're afraid to admit to themselves
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
what
get.
they have done, bro. It's
I get.
fear.
I get what you're saying, bro. But this is what I'm at. Okay. And I want you to understand this because I've been saying this for a long time. And I want sisters to understand this, and bro, I want you to understand this too. As me being 52 years old, that had nothing to do with age. I'm talking about experience. Sisters, if you want us, I mean, I'm not winning. I know we cause hurt and everything. I'm getting off the subject and everything. It has to be consistent. I want to see consistency. If I do something wrong to your sister, I want you to come to me so I can do whatever I can to rectify the issue. My thing is tonight, I want consistency. And I understand what you're saying, brother, that what you say, and I get it. But at the same time, it got to be consistency. It has to happen because it cannot be, it's like this. We cannot say, okay, this gonna happen this way. And then the other way, oh, we gotta think of this way. It's gotta be consistency. And that's what I'm coming from right now. But I get what all you were saying. Poetic Kells, you want to read a poem?
No, I didn't say I wanted to read a poem. I just said that I didn't know we were reading poems.
I didn't know it, so but you go ahead, you can go ahead, have your input.
I mean, my input
Yeah,
is
what I
going
just said.
chosen is going to be a chosen few women that are going to actually step up and be 100 with it and go all the way. Now, how can we will in all the other women? I mean, we could give it a shot. Sometimes they be set in their own ways, but change is a good thing.
Mhm.
We could give it a shot. Again, lead by example. Maybe if I can show it and they can see it, maybe they will follow. You know what I mean?
Got you. Now, okay, I feel you. But this is the question that I want to ask to your women, to your queens.
Okay.
Now, there is this happened for a long time in our community that there are actually older women. I said teachers, whatever, be going out of minors. I'm talking about they 38, 39, going out with minors like 16 and 17. And after that, when they do, they say, "I want you to do this for me sexually and stuff like that." And then when they get tired of them, they let them go. Now, how do you feel about that?
I feel like that's kind of disturbing because, a minor, you know, a 38 or 39-year-old can have a 16-year-old son. You know what I'm saying? So I think that that's disturbing
Hmm.
for them to even, date a minor.
Hmm.
I think it's I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Because you know why I asked that question, because I know I'm talking about the women that is in school system.
Like
Quite a few
like
of
the
them
teacher.
back in the years they had dealing with these students, and then what happened was they be getting off probation, and to some of the women they actually married and they get off parole. Sometimes they don't even put them as a sex offender list.
Maybe because it's a woman and not a man. It's a woman doing the act instead of a man.
Hmm.
Because it's totally different if a man, if a 38, 39, 40-year-old man was to do that to a 15 or 16-year-old girl. But maybe, probably because since she's a woman and it's a boy, it's like you said, it's swept under the rug.
Okay, and it goes shit.
I'm sorry to say that, but that's
Okay.
how it's portrayed.
Okay, so all right, now it goes for you and she stay asleep. I don't know why, sister, you dropped off. Let me know you want to come back or not. Be more than happy get you back on. Now, how did we start having these conversation with these young boys of what's going on? What I just said, because
I'm,
these
uh,
conversations have to happen here because it happened to me. You hear what I'm saying?
right, but also underrated darkness. Also, there's these 16, 15, 60-year-old boys. I'm not saying it's okay. They hit on older women.
Okay, but I understand what you're saying, but
I'm not trying to justify
I
what
understand.
the women do because I don't think it's right. But
Right,
a
but
lot of them do be hitting on older women.
okay, but the older woman gotta have some discipline. And say, nah, you too young, right?
Right, most definitely.
Okay, all right, I hear that. She stay sleep.
Well, I think can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think the reason why um those things happen, like with 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 younger dudes hitting on older women, is
Right.
because the way the way boys are socialized. You know, a lot of us men grew up with, you know, certain types of men teaching us certain shit. Like, you know, you go get you an older woman so she could take care of you type of shit. You know, a
Hmm.
lot of us were socialized like that. But I wonder, my issue and my question is, what will make an older woman want to hit on a little boy?
That right there, I don't know.
See, and see that shows that there's a psychological dysfunction somewhere, because they just caught another teacher having sex with a 13-year-old boy. I have a son that's 13 years old. You see, so this is a concern for me, you know, and what's what's constantly talked about is how older men are dating younger women, but nobody talks about the older woman who has a husband and who's sleeping with a little boy on the side. See, that's the conversation that's tabooed, but it's always about what a man is doing. But nobody talks about the older woman who's 55 years old that got a 19, 20-year-old side piece. And she buying him all the new Jordans and buying him his Xbox games so he could come and service her because her husband too damn old and he ain't pleasing her.
I totally understand. I don't mean to be funny, but men do that too.
Exactly.
A
Right.
55-year-old going to get a 19, 20-year-old and do the same
Right.
thing.
Right. That's
Men.
true. That's true. But you have to admit this too, though, sis. That's talked about normally. What's normally not spoken about is the women doing it.
Right.
And that's the conversation. This is why we wanted women to talk about this, because women are not talking about this. Y'all are only talking about the men who are doing it. Talk about the women who are doing it. Why isn't that a popular conversation?
Right.
Because that shows an imbalance. You see, this is why arguments always occur between men and women, because there's no balance. There's never no balance. It's always about, oh, men talking to these young girls, but what about the older women who paying young men for sex? Oh, the older men are doing it, but the women are doing it too. So why can't we talk about that? Why is it? And I'm not directing this like you don't want to talk about it, but I'm just saying in general, why isn't that part of the general conversation? Why is it always men being demonized for their behavior? But everyone forgets about what the women are doing to the men and doing to these boys. Because women are molesting little boys. And this is something that's not being talked about. Look how the story done got swept in the rug in the media with the teacher who was just sleeping with her student and threatening him with failing him in class. If you don't have sex with me, I'm gonna make sure you fail. What type of shit is that? Why is that not being talked about? Why is these women who have platforms are not talking about that? But they talking about Bill Cosby. They talking about R. Kelly. But you not talking about these women. You're not talking about that. You're not talking about this teacher who just got caught because she was bribing her student to have sex with her, or she was threatening to fail him. Do you know what type of pressure that is on a little boy? Do you know what type of psychological trauma he's going to have from that? Oh, but nobody talks about that. Because the mental health of a man is something that's not a concern in society. You see the imbalances? But then you wonder why men are not good in relationships. You wonder why these men are not. I'm not saying there ain't shit men out here. There's plenty of ain't shit men. We
Agreed.
talk about them. We not talking about the men who ain't shit. We talking about the men who have issues. That's what we talking about. And we need to find out where these issues stem from and talk about it. There's a lot of men who's been molested by women. That's not talked about. That's swept under the rug. Oh, well, he probably, you got people saying this about the boy. Oh, well, he probably enjoyed it. How the hell you gonna say that? He a little boy. He a teenage boy. He probably was still a virgin. And his first encounter with having sex was with his teacher who was bribing him. Come on. That boy is going to be scarred. And this is a serious issue for me because, like I said, my son is 13. I have a teenage son. So now when I go to his school, I got to look at his goddamn teachers and watch how they looking at him because they might want him. That's a problem. That is a problem that's not being talked about. That's not being talked about. That's not being addressed. And you know why it's not being addressed? And I just got to be honest. Part of it is because the way men are socialized, we are told to go after older women. So they use that as a cover up. Like, oh, he probably liked it anyway. He probably enjoyed it. But what if he feels disgusted? What if he don't like himself? What about that part? You see what I'm saying? So I'm just speaking on both sides of the spectrum. You know, I'm being open about it. I'm not blaming nobody. But I think we need to have a constructive conversation about it. And that stuff, I feel like women need to start saying, speaking out of. If you have a platform, and I'm not telling people what to do on a platform, but I feel like women need to speak out more about women issues and the things women do. Because
I,
when the men do it, it looks like we're bashing.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
I totally understand. I totally see what you're saying. And I really, really agree with you on that. That women who have a platform should talk about that. I agree with that.
Yeah, and so go more. The point is this: that to on part of Kells and other people, this I've been at this conversation for a very long time, ever since
Yeah, I mean, that kind of stuff been going on for years.
right for years, right.
It just,
So I've been at
that's just
this
never spoke about.
right. So technically, I've been at this in my later teenager years. All
Right.
right,
Right.
and and I always knew why, but I feel tonight, because going by she stay sleep, I'm a godfather. I'm not gonna get into it. One of my godsons, right this minute, he don't like to be in this woman's class. He won't even tell me what's going on, but I have an idea what it is. So now the father, he lives with the mother. So the father from Jersey, he might have to move him up there in Jersey, but it doesn't make a difference because I went to the class. She dressed provocative. Go in there, be around, everything like. And and that's another issue that we gotta talk about too. How these women teach, how they dress, how they interact with their kids, the way how they touch them, the way how they hold them. After school detention.
Mm.
This been going on for a long time. I'm talking like this because I seen it myself. There's certain that I've been through it too. That I told my parents about it. It was mayhem, and I'm talking about in the '70s in our community that they swept it underneath the rug, like she stay sleep saying. Only me and she say see. Only me and him. We saying be fair. Be fair. We human beings too. Be fair. That's it. That should be fair because it's happening. So that's why I had to talk about this issue tonight because there is a hidden crisis in our community that's been happening for a long time, and they just some women they refuse to talk. They refuse to talk up.
Bro,
Now, I appreciate both of your sisters is doing it, and I salute you. And believe me, I feel much encouraged.
bro, I'm gonna go one further. Fuck being fair.
That's
Be
true.
righteous.
Righteous, exactly.
Righteous. Our children is at stake. Just like
Facts,
we were once children, a dysfunctional child becomes a dysfunctional adult.
facts.
So fuck being fair. We need to be righteous. We're not speaking up because it's about being fair. We need people to speak up if they're righteous. The righteous speak out against injustice.
Facts.
If you'll
Right.
speak out against police killing our children, you'll speak out against our children being molested by women pedophiles.
Mm-hmm.
You'll speak out against that too. And being that it's a woman pedophile, women in the Me Too movement need to be talking about that. But the Me Too movement only want to speak on ways that they can hurt men,
You s- s- that's what I mean by bashing, you know, women bashing. I don't
right?
know if they black women, but black women bashing black men and black men bashing black women.
Exactly. And it
So
and
their
it
whole
it
so
needs
it
to stop.
sounds like their whole platform is only about targeting men. They're not gonna never speak about a woman pedophile. It just seems like that whole movement right there is just targeting men.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So if you have women, because I know a few of these pro-black women who only speak about or bash men. If you gonna just bash black men or only talk about the problems black men have, but you're never gonna speak out on what women do, you know what that makes you? That makes you an accomplice to the white man who's helping destroy the image of black men. You're helping the white supremacists that you same pro-black women talk about. You're helping them because you're not speaking out against the women who's hurting these same men who's growing up to be dysfunctional. So you are aiding and bedding these white supremacists. And it's the same thing when men are doing it to women. If you are up here just bashing women all day, don't talk about white supremacy because you're helping it. Because the system is built to always and have always destroyed the image of both of us. See, the problem begins with thinking that we're separate, thinking that we're different. We're not different. We're both black. Before you a woman, you're black. You're not a woman black. You're a black woman. You're not a man black. You're a black man. So that's how the system sees you. So they're doing the same things to us. The ratchet behavior that these black men be bashing black women about, you know what
Hmm.
that comes from? That comes from the term that the system created, the angry black woman.
Right, and it comes from that movement.
Right.
Right.
So we have to understand what we're doing. We're helping the system, the
Mm-hmm.
same system we complaining about.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I say there is no black community because we haven't healed from certain things, man.
Mm-hmm.
And all of us have issues, but
Mm-hmm.
we cannot be afraid to face them. And I know because it's hard because I was afraid to face them. I used to be a womanizer. I used to be an asshole. I used to be one of those men. Was I physically abusive? No, but I was very verbal abusive. Very. And you know why? Because I finally had to admit to myself that I had a problem with my mother that I never reconciled with. You see? I always felt
Yeah.
on guard. I always felt like I had to protect myself against women because growing up, my mother used to attack me with words. She used to belittle me.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I started to lash out at women. I had to admit that though. And you know what else I had to do? After I admitted it, it took me years to do this, but I sat down and I spoke to my mother. And guess what I found out? My mother was only doing what she thought was right because she has issues that she never reconciled.
Mm-hmm.
That's how deep this shit go. And I love my mother so much that I stopped holding it against her. Because it's like, damn, Ma, I thought you was doing this shit because you wanted to. Come to find out, she's dysfunctional. And when you act out of dysfunction, you do a lot of wrong shit. But how many of us know that our parents are dysfunctional?
Mm-hmm.
How many of us know that? Not a lot, because a lot of us never spoke to them on that level.
I kind of knew, well, my mom, rest in peace, very, you know, dysfunctional, very intelligent, smart career woman, but I've seen and witnessed some dysfunctions.
And see, you and see women, and see that's the thing with women. See, y'all know that with y'all mothers because y'all women.
Mm-hmm.
So from young, y'all sense that, like, yo, what is wrong with her? This is why a lot of daughters and mothers beef with each other. Cause y'all be knowing from young. But with a boy and his mother, he never understands.
Never.
He never understands. That's just like, let's do the opposite. With a daughter and her father, she never understands until she goes to him. She never understands till she goes to him. But see, we understand our fathers because we men.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, and you know, go more. She stays sleep, and I'm gonna pass this out. She stays sleeping. You know, me and she stays know each other for a minute. You know, I consider him. He's one of the few brothers that outside YouTube, that is my brother. And I'm not gonna get into it, but I was going through a time that I need encouragement. And it was sometime in November. I don't know, November, December. I think it was before Thanksgiving. And we was talking. And I was like contemplating making by transition. He said, "Big bro, go ahead and do it, man. I'm proud of you and stuff." And he said, "You know what? I'm going to interview you." Now this one, she said she started interviewing people. I don't know. I was the third or the fourth person, but I didn't want to do it, family. I didn't want to do it. It's not that I was scared. No, I wasn't scared, but I didn't want to do it. But for him, he said, "Bro, they need to know you. You say you want to be transitioned, brother. I got you. And I want y'all to go to She Stay Sleep TV and look for that interview. It says Chef JT. That's me. And I tell you what I've been through. And I could tell you that I came a long way. And I could have had open wounds. But I got through by God's help. And by She Stay Sleep had helped me because he see me as a human being. See, this is the thing that women have to understand this too. We are human beings too.
Of
So,
course.
and so, and I want sisters and brothers too. I want y'all to, if you can go a little on it, She Stay Sleep if you want to. But that night he helped me to keep on pushing. Because let's say I got thrown underneath the bus a few times for nothing. But that night, JT, you got to move on with this, man. You know? And by his insight of me, after that, I never tell you this, She Stays there, but I'm telling you, I cried. I cried overjoyed because I felt wanted again as a human being, as a black man. So I always had a purpose, but my purpose to a resurgence of myself had born again of many levels. And why he did that, he never asked for credit. He never did. He did it because that is my brother. He cared me as a human being. And at the same time, he said, I need you, big bro. And that's when, in a way, Chef JT was born. John Doe gave me that name. I got a lot of names, to tell the truth, but you can talk about a little more She 16 if you really want to, but I want people to go to that.
I mean, this is just part of who I am, bro. It's I don't want no credit because this is just who I am.
I know that, but
So it's to me is not, I understand how you feel, and I salute you for that, bro. But this is just me, and if anybody that know me, all my people that's not online, but my people in outside of the internet, they know that this is who I am. This is who I am. This is who I've always been, and I don't seek for credit or validation because at the end of the day, this is me being me. And at the end of the day, if somebody just don't accept you for who you are, it's nothing you could do about it. So that's just how I feel about it, bro. I do this for a lot of people, because this is just who I am. That's all.
Yeah, and I appreciate that, but I want to let people to see this part. See, and I want to get to see this is part of the brotherhood that's supposed to happen. When a brother in need, brother come in handy, and that to understand the bigger picture. As again, I want you to go to She Stacy TV and look for Chef JT. Brothers, especially brothers. I want y'all to hear my story. I want you to impact the story because at one time I was down and I was close to down and out. But you know what happened by the spirit of my late father and the spirit of my mom and by my brother that took me in, left from New York, and he took me in. I love him for that. Despite we ain't hardly talking that much, but I love him for that. I began to piece back my life. I actually had family members that, oh, he ain't gonna do nothing, but I beat the odds. And that is one of the reasons I do have a chip on my shoulder. Not being sarcastic, and no, not being like, oh, I think I'm all. No, I'm not all that. That's why I renamed myself the underrated one, the grinder, because I always grind for myself, always grind for our people, because I have to understand that I receive blessings, but I have to understand I have to get back the blessings. And I don't, like She Stay Asleep. I don't want no credit. I just want to help some of our people out. That's all I'm trying to do. And I guess that's probably not gonna say. Guess that's why tonight I want the sisters to have the conversation because us as brothers, we need encouragement. We love. I'm letting you know, sisters. Like She Stay Asleep, me, the rest of us. We love y'all. We love you so much that I'm talking about the ones who stand by there and know the flight of black man and to understand that y'all gonna have to take your lumps and bumps too. And then the ones who doing that, like you, Kels, and the sister full right teachers and Miss Coleman and the other ones, we salute you and we thank you so much. And and I know it's going to be an uphill climb, sisters, queens. I can't imagine. But all I'm just saying that respect our humanity. respect that we bleed too, respect that we hurt, and respect how the system had portrayed us for a very long time that we fight. You know, so I see I'm single, so you know, I mean, so I have to talk. So at times I need a hug. Sometimes I need encouragement, brother. You keep on going. See, I get that. Some of your sisters too, even Cal and some sisters too. You know, they told me, yo, you keep on going, underrated. I like what you say. I get it from the brothers too. Yes, I do. But I get it from the brothers, yes. But I get it from sisters like yo, to keep on pushing because at times I get down like everybody else. I know I see me a smile on my face. You see, I'm out there and everything, but so I get down too. I need a little pick you up. I do. And I'm very happy that we had this conversation. But the conversation should not stop here. It's got to be a spearhead, break by break. It ain't gonna happen overnight, but by break, and it's something. So I'm just out here just doing my part and everything. But I want y'all two to stay right there. I'm gonna read out the chat quick, and I want both of y'all to make your last comments, and I'm closing this out. This been good. Yolanda, everybody else from the chat and everything, begin of the chat. Thanks for coming. Miss Coleman, as always, thanks for coming. The truth, my G. Doctor's got a big family. I salute to you, brother. Muhammad is the one. LDBC. Thanks for coming. Damn fucking phone. The fuck wrong with this shit? Oh, excuse my language. I hate my phone sometimes and stuff like that. I really do. Because I'm not reading out from the chat. Okay. For Black Righteous for thanks for coming, Queen. And to earlier, she did a yesterday, she did a live. I want you to check it out. It's encouraging. It's not just for the sisters, but it's for the brothers. I want y'all to check it out. So go to her channel, support her, and she will support you back. So check out her live. Very inspirational. It really is. Ebony Knowledge. I ain't see you in a while. Thanks for coming. LDBC, Malik Omar, as always, I salute to you, brother. Thanks for always your constant support. I said, Miss Coleman. I said to you again, Miss Coleman. I can do that. Doc Void. I haven't seen you in a minute. Thanks for coming. He said feminist is protecting these white female pedophiles. Also some black pedophiles too, brother. But you actually right on that. Definitely. The real Aaron Collins. I was trying to put you and get you in, brother, but you better help with better luck next time. But you know, conversation was good, so trying to get you on next time. Let's see. Um, 89 TV. Thanks for coming. She Stay Sleep has interviewed 89 TV. Go to She Stay Sleep TV. That was an excellent interview. A young brother. Oh man, dynamite. I'm telling you, smart, know what he want to do. So check out support 89 TV. Thanks for coming. King Hebrew. What's going on, family? Thanks for coming. My Brooklyn brother. My Brooklyn Hebrew brother. Thanks for coming, family. Thanks for coming. Clarence Ray, support the brother. Dropping that spirituality and have made connections of our culture. Thanks for coming, Clarence. So check support the brother Clarence Ray. Thanks for coming, brother. Very much appreciated. Come back. I think that's it. Um, Keen Waves, thanks for coming. Thanks for coming, brother. Very much appreciated. Anytime, Muhammad is the one. My pleasure. Thank you. Thank you for checking me out. I'm just trying to. I'm just bringing the. I'm just bringing the truth, brother. That's what it's all about. Anytime. Um, the one and only poetic Kells. Last remarks. Then she stay.
Yes, I do got some last remarks. I just want to thank you for letting me be on the panel. You know, throughout my life and what I've been through in the past,
Mm-hmm.
I admit I hated men. You know what I'm saying? I hated men. I really, really did because of what I've been through and what I seen my mom go through. You know what I mean? But I never act out on it. I just hated them, and you know what I'm saying? But it's men like you, she, and Loso who has changed my mind. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Y'all have let me know that there's some really good, intelligent brothers out there. I don't mind having y'all's back. If I have to lead by example to, or if I have to go live and talk about this situation myself, I will. But like I said, it's men like you, Sheep, and Loso, mad love to Loso, who has changed my mind and let me know that there's some really good, intelligent brothers out there who will stand up for their women. And then I do also want to give a special shout out, Miss Coleman. I know her by Nicola. Me and her go way back. That's my that's kind of like my YouTube sis. So mad love to you, Nicola. I'm glad to see you. It's been a minute, and I love you. Shout outs to the chat, 89 TV for Black Righteous folks. If I came off with an attitude, I totally apologize, but that was a very good poem. And next time, I hope you stay up here. And mad love to Muhammad, Malik Omar, and again, and everybody else that I miss. I'm sorry if I missed you. Charge it to my head, not my heart. You know what I'm saying? But I do want to say mad love to you, Underrated Darkness, for allowing me to be on the panel again. And mad love to you, Sheep, for being on here with me.
Uh,
Y'all are some intelligent, good brothers.
I appreciate that, sure. I have been mentioned like this in a long time. I can get used to this shit. God damn, keep on mentioning me more. That be I underrated me last sometime. Damn, I liked it. Got that shoot, got the brother making. I can't even get no damn bed. It's too late to get some bed. I have to wait in the morning to get some bed. Drink for that shit. I like that. Yeah, but I appreciate you, sis. I appreciate your strength. I
Right. I
appreciate that
appreciate you.
that you taking the chance to listen to me. And this ain't no fluke that getting you on, but the first time that we support each other, I knew was something was there. And
I thought the same thing. I thought the same thing.
wow.
I
And
thought the same thing.
yeah, and I ain't gonna lie to you, know, it doesn't hurt you pretty too. I'm just saying, I ain't trying to act like no old none, but I'm saying like some sisters they look good. Hey, you sweet. Kind of hurt the eye. No, let me stop. I was messing with
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
you. Okay, but I want you to stay right there. She stays asleep, my brother.
Yeah, shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I appreciate it. Shout out to you, bro, as always. I'm glad you brought this topic, man. This is the type of things I like to talk about. Um, so it's definitely soothing for me, man, because for a long time I was afraid to speak like this. But I know that this is what helped me, become who I am, and I'm still growing. We got to understand that healing is not an event, it's a process.
Hmm.
You know, we're in a constant state of healing and getting better. So it's not like you can just heal from one thing and then you're good. Or it's not like you can say that you've gotten over something and still won't have an episode. So, you know, we not healing for perfection because we'll never be perfect. It's just about us trying our best to be the best people that we could be, you know, for each other. So I appreciate the conversation, bro. I appreciate you, Miss Kels. Much love to you, sis. And I definitely believe what you're saying. You know, you are definitely a unicorn. You know, you're not the norm. And a lot of times brothers can be shocked into hearing a woman like you say the things that you're saying, you know, almost to the point where, you know, it's hard to believe, you know. So I definitely appreciate you. I appreciate the fact that you care. You're nurturing, you know, because you have a very nurturing voice. You know, you never came off like you was attacking me and my brother. You never came off like you had an attitude or anything like that. And I can appreciate that. I appreciate you, sis, for black righteous folks. Um, I definitely appreciate your wisdom and your insight. And I also can tell that you did a lot of self-reflecting yourself, you know, and this was a great one, man. So shout out to you, bro. Shout out to everybody in the chat that stayed for the long haul. And I appreciate y'all, man. So support everybody. Let's support each other. And let's just get better, y'all. Let's build this black community that we say we want. So peace to y'all.
Yes, stay right there, she Stacy, because I want both of y'all to hear this. My last remarks when Poetic Cal said this will make her cry. I'm tearing up right now because for the first time, I'm not gonna say for the first time that I felt wanted. I need that womanly love. I need that nurture that she stay sleep is talking about. He just talked about. And brothers, sometimes that if you need to cry, just cry. And sisters, understand when that man cried, he cried because he don't want to hurt you no more. He want to be there for you, to be a provider, and also in his own right nourishing. And I appreciate that everybody's support because I'm being honest with you. When I created this, I'm not gonna say I didn't know what is coming. I thought it was like I gotta take one here and one there. But I think the one thing that I always respect of myself that I'm gonna put myself out there. I always say that a brother needs to be healing. Like she stays sleep say, heal before we build. And I know the brother is suffering. And any brother that hear our voices tonight, I'm talking about the four righteous and poetic cows and me and she stay sleep. Don't give up. Don't give up. There is a good woman out there will fight for you, but you have to want it. You got to get on you got to get on your cultural grind. You got to get on your self grind to seek for it because it's not going to come to you. Sometimes you have to go through the righteousness. Sometimes you have to go through the shit that you had done. So that means that you got to come from deep in the darkness valley to come to the outward valley to see for who you are. To get that love. You gotta demand that love. If that black woman, if that like-minded black woman was willing to give you that love, you gotta learn to receive it. And yeah, no, but first, no problem. Then we wind it back. That means you got to give it. You have to let her know visual that I want you, that I want to be with you. I'm gonna do whatever I can to help to restore the family. And sisters, you have to be queens, you have to be acknowledged to that too. You have to understand that brother, when he cries, you got to understand that brother, he's trying and stuff. You got to go dig in deep within yourself. I'm going to support that brother, even though the society has thrown him away. I'm not going to throw him away. And vice versa too. All I'm just saying, sisters, we human beings. I'm not the enemy. I just want to be me. I'm going to make mistakes. I'm a weaker vessel like you are. Let's fix this. Let this become a household conversation. Not all about no bashing, but talk about the truth. We have to understand, I'm talking about the melanin people, us as melanin people, part of the human race. It's always going to be strikes against us. The system always going to throw darts at us. But we have to understand the black men and the black women. We got to look each other eyes. We got to fight through it. And sometimes it's hard because we have been disarrayed and for a very long time. It ain't going to start just tonight, but I feel every little helps. And I want brothers in the chat. I want you to grow encouragement of the two queens was up here. If they have your back, okay, let's start from there. Like Stacy had told me, bro, big bro, you gotta start from there. Let's start from there. It's okay. Because brothers, we have to make better choices too. Stop accept raptureness for some of these women out here, because when you accept that, you are disvalue yourself. Do you understand that? So when you got all these problems, sometimes you gotta blame yourself. Never disvalue yourself. Love yourself. Because see, when you love yourself, a good woman will come to you. A good woman would be there for you. She would do whatever she can because she believes in your spirit. She believes in our warrior spirit. We got to regain our warrior spirit back, that loving spirit back. We got to bring our black woman home. We got to make that black woman love us, smile at us, and don't care to hold our hand or whatever it is. So we got us some work to do. But sisters, when you have that brother that rekindle within you, you got to go for it. You got to hold that in. Listen, I'm not never trying to know it all. But I can say this, I'm 52 years old, I know a little something. And I know that we still got a long way to go. And I'm talking about brothers now. We still got a long way to go to piece up our brotherhood and to regain our self-worth within ourselves, because we know this system do not want us to be there. And then sisters, you have to understand that. And it's a constant fight, brothers. But we got to win. We got to stop letting the system defeat us. All right, they got us in some way, but we got to fight. And so I always talk about status. Go to my channel, look at my archives, talk about status. Last year, go to She Stay Sleep TV. Again, I'm announcing this. Go to She Stay Sleep. The name of it is Chef JT. I want you to hear my testimony. How I'm from the bottom and kept on rising. Because I would not stop. Brothers, I want you to check it out. Sisters, I want y'all to check it out. Because us as brothers, we got to learn to encourage each other, no matter what status it is. And sisters got to do the same thing too, to encourage each other. And even brothers, I got to say before I close this out, brothers, when you know that they are brothers that do this rapture shit too, you got to throw their asses out too. No more simple home motherfuckers. Stop letting these brothers jock for position. Because when they jock for position, they fuck them own selves. And then they start being around, they start being some funny ass people and some in our community. And they want to be in a lot over some bullshit. Stop letting them jockey for position. I jock my own position. She stays sleep jock his own position. And I know brothers in here jock his own position. But I ain't gonna never jock for nobody else's position because that's not my part of my cloth. So on that note, I got another bang coming today. Woo! It's in my mind. I got another banger today. Woo! Definitely panel participation. I want more sisters and more brothers to join. Because it's going to be a banger. It's going to be something that we really have to think about for us as black man, black woman, black man, and black woman. But I'm not going to tell you right now. I just guys seek it out and everything. But I'm coming with it. Because we got some serious things ahead of us. And we have to be true within ourselves. So, again, on behalf of Four Righteous, Queen, Poetic, Kells, and my brother She Stay Sleep, thank you so much, sisters, to help me personally and the other sisters in here and brothers. And all I'm just saying, the underrated darkness, a.k.a. the realist, a.k.a. the underrated one, the grinder. On that, until a few hours from now, I'll come with another one. Ghost.